What's up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Kings Vibe podcast. I have DJ the Juice Man. I have Nikki Two Time, and I have my man Peanut in the building. Hey, all right. So today we're continuing our series on networking, and this time around we're gonna talk about when you should network. When is a good time? Do you always have to network? Probably not, but that's what we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about what other people do when they network or when they actually network. So basically, this whole video is when do you have to network, when do you not have to network, and then and the in-betweens. What's up, gents?
What up, what up, what up?
Hey.
Yo, what up, killer?
So we're back with our series on networking, and this time around we want to talk about when to network. In my opinion, networking is more like a silver bullet. It's not that one bullet that you want to shoot just whenever because you heard footsteps. Mm-hmm. Is that one thing you want to do when you really need it? Mm-hmm. Because I don't know about y'all, but it really pissed me off sometimes when people walk up to you and be like, "Hey, can you show me how to do X, Y, and Z?" I'm like, it's literally looking at you in the face. Yeah. Like, I don't even have to do anything. Like,
yo, my man, did you read it?
You know what I'm saying? So when is a good time to network?
I mean, unless anybody want to start it, I can, whatever. Anyway, so a good time to network. Personally, it depends on how you look at networking. Because the way I look at networking, every time's a good time. Anytime I come across somebody is a good time. It's just when to use that specific silver bullet. When do I want to hit somebody with this big ticket item that I really need? So on that case, yeah, that should be every once in the blue moon. I'm not about to be hitting people like, "Hey, man, hook it up super hard right now." Like, nah, bro, I can hook it up on my own unless I need it. But networking, you should network all the time because it's a two-way street. Networking can simply be, I'm walking through the hallway, I see somebody I know, "Hey, man, what's good? How you been?" Blah, blah, blah. They tell me how they been, and blah, blah, and I ask everybody, "Hey, you need anything?" Actually, I kind of do need something bad. If I can hook it up, give me X amount of time. Let me call somebody. If I got it, then I'm just like, "Yo, I'll give it to you whenever I get a chance."
Yeah.
So that's like me. That's me networking. I'm letting them know, like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you because I am here for people. Because I know one day in life, even if it's something small, if I help them with this many things, I don't care because I don't measure it. But if I help them with this many things, I might need something this small from this one person that I've never asked for anything. And because of that, whenever I can help somebody out, I'm going to help them out. So networking is all the time. And you should always think of networking not as what can this person do for me, but what can I do for this person?
That's falls in line with mentorship. All right.
Yeah.
I agree with Peanuts, man. Like, networking for me, it's 24/7 all the time. I don't care if I'm meeting this guy the first time or I done met him like 15 times because you don't know who you're gonna meet through that guy, who he's with that day. And like Peanut also say, like the Bible say, whatever you do with your right hand, your left hand should not know. So don't be out there, "Well, I did this and this for this guy. He owed me." No, you should not live your life like this. You should live your life knowing that, hey, I help out this guy. Doesn't matter. The next guy doesn't need to know. So Your network, you create your network, and if he comes back and benefits you in some type of way, great. If not, great. Going back to the statement that you made earlier about people having stuff in their face and not reading it. You gotta understand the era that we're living in. Millennials, we have a lot of them. I'm supposed to be part of them. I don't claim them. Yeah. I don't care.
It's only a state of mind.
Technically, I'm a millennial.
It is a state of mind, but do you act like one? You don't.
I'm more of a boomer.
Hey.
Okay, young OG.
It's something that's serious. It's a lot of people. I hate trying to classify people into one group. Oh, they're millennials. Just classify them. I don't like that personally. personally, I feel like it's the way you grew up, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. That's who you are. So I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh well, that's a millennial, this millennial, that." I don't like the whole aspect that comes with that. So I feel like going back to networking, you don't need to actually just be out there trying to say, "Well, that's a friend. I don't need to network with him. I don't need to keep him in the circle." You don't understand. Multiple type of circles. You don't know who you're going to pull out of that circle. Hey, I need you over here. It's like a whole circle of elements. You don't know who you're going to need. Yeah. When you're going to need them, you may have to pull that from here and put it over here. You never know. So networking is like a 24/7, 100%. Like, if you meet somebody, you don't know what they can do for you. You don't know who they are. And like, perfect example. I met some dude at my place of work last week. I didn't even know this dude was the top notch in one of the forces in the military. Like, I was just being nice to his wife and kids and give them some stuff and just go about my way. Wrote a whole letter to my current CO. Boom. Didn't even know what I did. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a general in the Air Force. So now this dude he went out of his way to look up my name, do all the stuff and then wrote a whole letter. So you never know like who you gonna meet out there and who that person is and how he's gonna go back and trying to take the time out of his day to, I guess, bless your life. Whatever, or sprinkle something over your head. I don't know.
Yeah. I like how y'all saying that, especially what you said in the last video of networking. There's different circles of networking, right? You can have somebody strictly for business, or maybe you're for fitness, or maybe for whatever other hobbies or anything in tiers of your life. And then what you were saying as well, 24/7 networking. But you also got to think too, there's different levels of networking, right? I'm gonna know all the information I have to know before I go seek other information from the network or a source or something else. And that might be leaning on somebody that's at my level of networking. Hey, do you know where I can find this information? And then boom, pick and play, use him as that networking source and find it and then spread the knowledge. And then also go ask questions that for somebody that might know more than I do. I'm not gonna just go up to him and be like, hey, I didn't read the pub.
Hey, can you just help me live my life real quick?
I'm still gonna get paid, but I need you to help me.
Yeah, it's crazy. So when I started college back in Ghana, right? There was something that we used to say, and anybody that I went to school with would know this, right? So like, when we were in college, everybody thought that we're not going to have jobs after school, right? And the reason was, one, you don't know anybody. Your degree alone is not going to put you there. Who you know is going to put you there. So that's like the one thing you have control over. What if, in the example that he just gave, what if this general all of a sudden was like, hey, I got this boom promotion or whatever it is that he has control over, just because you network properly, So who you know, very, very, very important.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know, it is both.
It's both?
It's both.
But it's more of who you know.
Yeah, because for me, if I want to make sure I successfully complete a task, I have to know about it. I don't want people to be able to want to lean on me, and then I'm like, thank you for leaning on me, but I'm about to let you down because I don't know anything. So it's what you know, but who you know is very important. And back to what you were saying about you never know how it's going to go, right? So when you're networking, always, because you never know, put your best foot forward. And here's how it played out for me and actually this dude right now. Last organization I worked with, top dog in it, the CEO in the organization knew me. The whole command knew me. I would like to think I had a good...
Of course, you're a peanut. Come on.
Yeah, right? I would like to think I had a good reputation there. And one, because my personality, but two, because of my work ethic and my knowledge and I'm a bloodhound. Whatever it is, I'm a conquer it. That came to play out in ways I could never even imagine. A year and a half later, 2 years later down the road, that same person who I was just like, all right, I'm not in that command no more. I'm not in that organization. The hands kind of washed of it. I'm moving on to something different. Next thing you know, I'm getting emails and phone calls. Hey, this person said your name. They want you to do this big thing. And I'm just like, what? And then because of that, it's going to play out, I would assume, pretty well for me. And that's just going back to networking. You never know what you can do for somebody and how what you do for somebody is going to benefit them and you in the future.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Like him just knowing my credentials, he brought me on along with a team. And to tell you the truth, the guy that knew him didn't know me at all. It's not. I left way before that guy even showed up. So that networking source, that grapevine, that intertwine, that network on network.
Remember this? That person used Peanut's reputation to help you out.
Yep.
Yeah, going back to last video we did.
Oh
right? Yeah. Reputation, right? Yeah.
The network thing is just real quick to hit on. Like you talk about college and what you know and who you know. When I talk to my little sister, she's starting college now. I make sure to let her know that. I was like, look, it's mad people out here that's getting degrees. It don't matter what degree field you got, it's going to be mad people doing it. But here's the thing. One, primary duty. You need to know everything that you can know about what you're going to school for, period. Because people get pieces of paper, but they don't know a lot. Two, network while you're there.
Yeah.
All right, network while you're there. You're going to be coming in contact with professionals who got different jobs in these fields. This ain't their only job. This actually their little side hustle. All right, network with those people. They might bring other people in, network with those people. Go volunteer at places where you're trying to go and start networking. So when you're done, you have a solid foundation to set yourself up to actually get a job. Because if you're just like, oh, I went to school, so I should be good. Like,
no, fam.
You gotta look for a job before you get out.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So, like we were talking about earlier, circles, right? So we have to really be careful about how we utilize our circles. Now,
But DJ, you've talked about circles too much.
Listen,
Are you going to talk about rivals? Circles and the rivals? No.
That's not my front man.
So we in the social media era. You can easily burn one circle without knowing it. Think about that.
Yeah, what you do.
You post something on social media, one circle is viewing it one way, the other circle feel like just attack me, drop you. You lost that circle. You may have lost your reputation with that circle, and they may never help you again. So one other thing that you gotta remember while you're building those network, be real careful what you see on social media, because that might make one circle happy and the other circle is gone.
Yeah, to take that a step further, not what you just put on social media, but what you portray, how you portray yourself in email, in voicemails, and on the phone, in person, on Zoom, or whatever have you. What you say, it really matters. So think about what you say.
Let me spice up the conversation a little bit, right? So we've talked about what you know, we've talked about who you know, right? But I think the most important out of all of that is who knows you. Right? So think about it. I know Barack Obama. I know Donald Trump, right? Do they know me? Me knowing them might not be enough. So who you know is very important, right? But if they don't know you,
and that's why you always put your best
foot forward.
Never burn that know how to talk.
And then and people knowing you might not even be directly, like Nick said. Somebody knows Nick, maybe just the name off of what Peanut said or off of Peanut's acquaintance, with Nick. Now Peanut Nick doesn't even know this person, but that person knows Nick. Guess what? If he has any type of favors at all for Nick, he's probably going to do it, based on reputation, just knowing you, whatever it is, So it is very important that you know people. However, people knowing you is very, very, very necessary, right? I think one thing when it comes to networking that is very also important is don't only network when you need something. Because I think that's when, and going back to, do you always have to network?
Yeah.
Sometimes, just like Peanut said in I don't know if it was the last video, but he said something about, hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, good. Okay, good, cool. Let's shoot it. And then maybe at the end of that conversation, maybe in a different conversation on another day, the person might be like, hey, I work in so and so. What can I do to help you? But you started the network when you didn't need anything, and based on that network, now this person is willing to help you. Yeah. But if I'm always coming to you when I need something, I guarantee it's gonna get to that point where I'll be like,
You do not want your face associated with
neediness.
Yeah. No, every time I see, all right, Felicia. Every time you come around, you want something. Yeah. And leave my VCR alone.
To expand off what you said and what Peanut said is, that goes a long way, because what's gonna happen, and this has happened in my instances, is I've done that. Like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Can I help you? Do you need anything? Nothing came of that conversation, and then later down the road, what they did is they told somebody else, hey, he's a stand-up guy, he's good to go. And even though that person didn't need something, it spread that word, and other people needed things. And eventually, I was able to help them, and them help me in return in different aspects. So we worked up as a team, and everything was good.
Your character helped build your reputation, which helped build your network unknowingly. It's crazy how these 2 or 3 different videos.
They kind of intertwine. But yeah, that reputation really falls in a lot in with networking. And as everybody says, network 24/7. I don't agree. Sometimes you just need to take that off and you just be a friend, a listener, and all that other good stuff. And then, and this is just my personal view. And then build that reputation. Like, hey, I'm the stand-up. I'm this guy or whatever guy with whatever circles. And then eventually networking is going to come, and that's how I use it. So networking comes to me.
It depends on how you view networking.
Yeah. It does, and it depends on who's on the other end as well.
For me, the way I view network is starting off. How you doing?
Hey, I'm kind of curious now for everybody watching the video. Like, I'll put in the comments down below. Like, how do y'all view networking and all that other good stuff? Like, let us know, because we all have different point of views. I'd like to hear something from the crowd and see what it's like.
Hey, maybe what we think is wrong. You never know. Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Opinions can't be wrong.
I mean, hey.
I know it's 2020.
Hey,
but opinions can't be wrong. All right.
We're about to wrap up this session, but one last thing we want to talk about before we go, and we were talking about it earlier before the video and doing the research, and they say that about 70 to 80% of people who actually get jobs don't get it through advertisement. They get it through referrals. So think about it, right? If 70 to 80% of people who are actually getting jobs in the market right now are getting it through referrals, who do you know that's going to refer you? Think about it. Or at least who knows you that's going to refer you. If you only rely on your degree and put in all these applications, you're probably falling in the 30 or 20% that's going to, magically get that job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe not even that job is looking for you, but like you reaching out to maybe your friend, your family, or somebody saying, hey, are y'all hiring? And he's like, yeah, we're hiring. Put an application. That's networking in itself. Maybe they didn't put a good word in, but you network to see if they're even hiring. So.
But a lot of times what happens is when you reach out to that one person and say, hey, are you hiring? Yes. Okay. Hey, put in an application. Okay. Boom.
What y'all looking for? What's the requirements? How much y'all pay? What y'all get benefits? What's
but guess what Nick is probably going to do when he goes to that job that I'm trying to apply for? He's probably going to bring up that conversation. Hey, I just met a friend of mine. We just reconnected after 2 years, and he asked if we're hiring.
Low key, I do that. Like when I meet people, I'll come in contact with people, and I'm like, we just start talking, and they say something because I already know before I even go in there. I'm like, hey, actually, you were there at this time. Did you happen to know this person? What? Yeah, I do. And they just start going back down memory lane. I was like, yeah, well, these are experiences I had, and it's just like, you never know, bro.
You never know. It's a small world, bro.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, the kind of job that I do is on contract, so obviously, till you get to the end of that contract, you're probably not even going anywhere, right? But normally, what happens when I meet people out in town and we talk about, like whatever topics, I just be like, hey, you hiring? Yeah. They might know that I'm playing, but all they do is, hey, okay, take my card. Let me know. Let me know when you don't put it in the application, because you never know. And some of these people I've kept for maybe the last 10 years, 12 years, and we just talk on Facebook or whatever it is. They probably know that I don't need a job right now, but at least we keep in contact. They see what I do. They know that I'm still on that pace, So when that time comes when I might need them, hey, guess what? Hey, you remember that conversation we had 26 years ago? Hey, now is the time. You know what I'm saying? So I think networking is very, very, very important. But if you ask me, and if anybody came to me for advice, I'll tell them that, yes, go network, but try as much as possible to try to figure something out by yourself before you go to people. Because what normally happens when you go to people for little stuff, and yes, you're using networking, but because it's that little, those people might look at you like, man, if you can't figure this out, I wonder if I can give you a bigger job or a bigger opportunity and you can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not. You hit the nail on the head.
So yes, it's very important to network, but know when to network. Just don't go to anybody for anything just because you can use them. You know what I'm saying?
Don't wear it out. Yeah. You might need that silver bullet.
Silver bullet. That's what I think. I don't know if anybody shared a different opinion, but that's what I think.
No, that's legit.
But, instead of you using your silver bullets, your networking could probably be your silver bullet. That person might be your silver bullet. So there's a different way, like you said, you can look at it, looking at network and all that good stuff. So I'm eager to see what everybody says and thinks.
Yeah. Great video.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap up this section. And we have another one on the series of networking. Actually, two more. We're gonna shoot the other one later. But on the next series of our networking, we're gonna talk about the 5 C's. You probably have never seen the 5 C's because everybody only talks about 3. On the King's Vibe podcast, we're gonna talk about 5 C's, and these C's are very important to setting you up for a good networking. I don't know if anybody has any departing words before we shut this video down. No.
You killed it. You killed it.
You said it.
You killed it.
Hey.
You killed it.
Hey.
You killed it.
Hey. You talk about killing. That's why I wanted DJ to come up with that click sound. But
Hey, I actually got one thing.
Oh, here we go.
DJ the Juice Man. What kind of juice is it? Like DJ.
Yo,
Like OJ is orange juice. What's DJ?
bruh, it's juice to everything in life, bruh.
He's juicing you up, bro. He's juicing you up. Level up.
Hey, and you know the crazy thing with how this dude talks? He can literally sell you anything. You probably believe it.
When life gives you grass, make milk.
Hey, that's a juice to anything,
You want access? I got the juice. You want to actually run an extra mile? I got that.
I got the juice.
The juice, man, bro.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna wrap up this section. Thank you very much for sticking around. We've been talking about networking, and this is a series, so make sure you're catching all of this series. And people are bringing up great ideas on when you should network, what is networking, who you should network with, your circles, your friends, your acquaintances. All the good jazz. Like Nick always says. We will see you around in the next video. Take care. Stick around.